What's up guys, I'm Andy from 1A Auto. In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the front door latch assembly on this 2010 Toyota Rav4. If you need this part or other parts for your vehicle, click the link in the description and head over to 1aauto.com. I'm going to take a trim tool and just get underneath this trim right here. Slide it out, there's a little clip. I'm going to take this piece off right here, this little trim cover goes under here. Just use the trim tool. Grab that. There's clips that hold that in. Clips right there on top and bottom and on the front. I want to take this cover off. Just use the trim tool in here. Just get under there. Pry that out. There's clips that hold that in. Two right there, clip there, there, there and there. Take the trim tool, go in right behind here. Slide up. And this slides right out. There's clips right there. Clip right there on the sides. And this just makes it easier to disconnect this connector rather than leaving this connected. So there's a little lock right there. Push down on that lock. If you take a trim tool, get in right here or right here. You can't pull on the wires because it's separate from the connector. There we go. It slides up like that, and then you can disconnect the connector. Now there's 3 Phillips head screws right there. I'm just going to use a Phillips head screwdriver. Take these out. If you have to, use a magnet. Get them out. Take that one out. I'm going to take a trim tool, go around the door panel, some clips. Twist to the side a little bit. Just grab the door panel, slide it up slightly, slip it out. There you go, comes off nice and easy. Disconnect this connector right here, this little tab. It'll help if you use a pocket screwdriver. Just slide that out. I'm just going to take a razor blade or a utility knife, peel back on this, and then you can trim this. Just cut it. This is butyl tape. Generally, you can re-stick the old butyl tape when you put the vapor barrier back, but if you need to, you can always add some butyl tape. All right, the handle really doesn't fit through there, and I don't really want to rip it anymore, so I'll just take the handle off. Just pop these cables off, just like that. Pop the green one off. No, remember the green one goes on the lower part. Green one is for the handle itself, and then the white one is for the lock. You can slide that through there, and slide the wire through there. Now we have more access. All right, I'm gonna hook up the window switch. Just slide this in because we want to put the window up. Lock that in. Turn the key on. And put the window up. We can turn the key back off. I'm just gonna leave that connected. Take a pocket screwdriver, get underneath this little grommet right here, pull that off. Then I'm going to take a T30 socket and a ratchet, loosen up this bolt right here. And then the cover on the outside, you're going to want to wiggle the cover. Just use a trim tool so I don't scratch the paint. There we go. And slide that out, just like that. The screw doesn't have to come out completely. It's just gonna loosen up. And you can pull that out. There is a rod that comes down that is the window channel, and there's a bolt right here. So I'm gonna take that bolt out so I have some more room. Just use a 10mm socket and a ratchet. Take that out, and we can just move it out of the way. Or actually, if I slide it down, You can slide it off the window channel, the rubber piece, and just set that aside. There's a lock rod, or this is actually goes to the handle to open the door. We just want to pop this tab off. You just slide it to the side, and then you pull the rod out. Pull the rod towards the car. There we go. Just pull that out. I'm going to take these bolts out here. Use a T30 socket and a ratchet. Now I can just grab the door latch, just slide it out down here, just like that. Here's the old part. Here's the new door latch assembly from oneaauto.com. As you can see, the shape is the same. It's machined the same way. Latch is in the same position. Has the same connector right there and right there. We'll transfer the cables over in a minute. On the back side, this lever is the same. Get yours at oneaauto.com and you'll be ready to rock and roll. We're going to transfer this rod over. This is what goes to the door handle to release the door. Just slide it out, and then just slide this up, and transfer it over just like that. All right, so whether you're replacing the door latch assembly or the cables, we're going to transfer these over the same way. So just take this cable. I like to do them one at a time so I don't get them mixed up. And then just slide it out there. And we can transfer it over to the new one. This goes in like this. Slide it this way and lock it down. Just like that. Now to transfer this one over, just take a straight blade screwdriver or a pocket screwdriver. Get underneath here, pop this cover off. There we go. So there was a clip right there, and there's these clips right there. It's kind of hard to get underneath them, like that. And then just take this cable, slide it up, just like that. And then you actually have to physically move the cable up, like that, because it's a little like S-bend right there. Transfer it over. Just go through that hole. And then we want to lock this down just like that. Then once that cable's all the way set, just take the cover and lock it in place. All right, so I'm gonna go from underneath here, slide the cables through there, and then take this. Now remember that weather strip or that window channel, the rubber piece, just pull that out of the way. Go behind that and get this lined up. That looks pretty good right there. You want to try to make sure you have the screws close to you when you go to put these back in. So you can grab them, get those screws started. Take a T30 socket and a ratchet and we'll snug these up. All right. I'll just snug them up a little bit more. Now that they're all in there. That's good. Now we want to take this rod and slide that through the handle, back where it was. All right, that's all the way through. Then push down on the lock to lock that in place. Take this window channel and then take the rubber weather strip or window channel, slide that back on. All right, as long as that bottom part is in the right position, and then If you just grab the top part and try to wiggle it and it really doesn't move too much, then you're probably in the right spot. Put that 10mm bolt back in there. Take a 10mm socket, ratchet, snug that up. Take this assembly right here. This houses the lock and the cover. Just slide that back into position. And then we can tighten down this screw right here. Take the T30 socket and extension. And just try to get this started first. And then with that started, then I can snug this up. Not too tight. Take the cover and just slap that back in place. All right, so I want to put this door panel back together, so I'm gonna disconnect this connector. This has that weird connector that the connector separates. This piece separates from the connector. It just slides up, just like that. Disconnect that, set that aside for now. Now I'll take the vapor barrier. I want to slide this wire through this hole that it was in when we took it apart. And then same with these cables. These cables are going to go through here. Just like that. Line this all up. Take this connector, slide that in. Now we're gonna reattach the cables. Just slide this one. This one goes into the bottom one, which is for the handle. Lock that in place, and the white one goes on top. That's for the lock. Just like that. You can double check, make sure that works properly. Good. Now we'll take this door panel. We wanna slide the wiring harness through there. And then take the handle, slide the handle through there. Get that in position. That looks good. Now we're gonna slide the panel from up top near the window. Get that lined up first. Once that's lined up, just check to see if these pins are lined up with the holes. When they are, just give it a little tap. All the way around like that, and just make sure the panel is flush with the door, and it looks good. Now I'm going to take these screws, the longer ones are going to go in where the handle is, right there, and use a Phillips head screwdriver. Tighten that up. And this one's going to go right here where the handle is, where the door handle. You can put this cover on first. Doesn't really matter which order you put them on. Lock that in place. Put this cover on right here. Lock it in place. Take the window switch. You want to line up the connector. Push that in, and then push down that little lock down. Take this, position this right here first, and then push down on the front, just like that. Take this little cover, just line this up, lock it in place.
Thanks for watching. Visit 1aauto.com for quality auto parts shipped to your door, the place for DIY auto repair. And if you enjoyed this video, please click the subscribe button.